Yeah, well, welcome South Africa. You see here in South Africa now, as from nowadays, we be so very rich. Everybody is so
It
nice.
is winter 2010 in South Africa. Africa's first ever World Cup is just days away. In a country with some memorable years, this is really the big one. In the major centers and host cities, the vibe is building. But in my township, the World Cup will happen for us only on TV. My name is Sanele Mbuwa, aka Naidu, and this is my village. It is called Chintsa. The nearest big town is East London, and despite having some large stadiums, it has been overlooked by the organizers. So sadly for us, the nearest World Cup game is more than 4 hours away in Port Elizabeth. However, I recently found out some great news. An international football team have decided to come to East London, precisely because the World Cup is passing us by. A company called Mother from East London in the UK has chosen Chintsa as its base for the 2010 World Cup project. I first heard about these guys from my friend Mike Dennison, our local tourism operator.
Big day for South Africa today. We got a Brazil touchdown this morning in Johannesburg. Australia coming in a bit later, and Mother London also come to Africa. So we're expecting a massive turnout at the airports for them.
Yes, he'll beguile and infuriate in equal measure with his unique uppy downy. Now he's up again.
I've been told that every 4 years, Mother comes up with these crazy ideas to celebrate the World Cups. This year, they wanted to do something different. My village is so excited that they are coming. I really want to meet these guys and find out why they have come all this way for a few games of football.
I think just the raw economic power that brands have today could be utilised for a lot of social good. But I think the industry is a little confused about what good is sometimes.
Mike has told me that Mother has got some big ideas about helping out the village. And although we welcome anyone who wants to help, we have told them to come and play football first and learn more about us before making any long-term promises. So for the last couple of months, Zido, Mike and I have been putting together a program for the team. It has included many trips into the Transkei to arrange matches in this remote location.
We can bring home a football, eh? I think if I put my jersey on, chances are bound to stumble across something, eh?
Finding teams and fixing a date is easier said than done. This is Africa, after all.
Right now, looking around, I think we're still quite far. I don't know when you're going to find football, fella.
The Eastern Cape, it is South Africa's poorest province. In villages along this coast, jobs are scarce, and then there are many social problems. Sport is an escape, a diversion, something to look forward to, something that brings people together. We have arranged for 3 quite different matches. The first will be played in my home village of Chintsa against the Chintsa Superstars.
The Chintsa Superstars.
Chintsa All-Stars.
Chintsa.
Chintsa.
Chintsa. Chintsa.
Chintsa.
No, I can't do that.
The second match will be north across the Great Kai River. The opposition will be the Kologa Seabirds.
I see you guys from Mother on the 30th of May 2010. Be there in Kologa by Sea. Happy day.
And finally, a sunset match against the Ngolo Pioneers, followed by a very special meeting with the village legend, Mama Tofu. An important part of the tour is a crash course in understanding life in South Africa.
Possibly finish up. Hey, look, kids are all waiting to see us. This is great.
A visit to the Chintsa East School gives the guys their first taste of the township life.
The World Cup is a great thing for South Africa and probably for the long-term tourism growth of South Africa. But what we found here, particularly on the Wild Coast, and then also throughout South Africa, is guys really try to milk the World Cup. So prices went sky high, air tickets went sky high, accommodation facilities went out the window. Basically until the draw, no one would release any kind of commitment to you as a ground handler. We had 12 tours cancelled for 2010 as a result of the World Cup. So the World Cup's very much been an amazing thing, but at the same time, to smaller operations around the country, they've taken a huge blow.
We are walking to the Santi. Siya Jaiva, Siya Jala. Give me freedom, give me fire. Give me reason, take me higher. Celebration for the nation. 2010 FIFA World Cup. 2010 FIFA World Cup. Oh, oh, oh,
I have to say, I've been largely disappointed by the behaviour of the big global brands. FIFA has kept the local economies out of the picture. Street vendors and street food traders aren't allowed within 800 metres of any of the stadia on match days, and that the only food you can eat is effectively KFC, McDonald's and the brands that have got an official licence with FIFA. And that is obviously disappointing because part of having the World Cup here was to drop, a big economic shock to the local commercial enterprises, and they're going to struggle to see that money permeate through society if it literally goes straight into a McDonald's or KFC tiller.
For many of the mother team, it is their first time in Africa, and definitely their first time playing in these conditions.
I've told the guys to try and run around the cow packs.
There's boulders this big in the middle of the pitch.
Let's just say there's not a lot of grass.
Oh no, oh no.
That'll stop you thinking about women. I'll hold the camera, don't you worry about that. No gloves, no gloves. It's all right. Everybody stand back.
It's all right, Josh, we've got insurance.
Don't hit your foot. No, not there. You've got to do it in the trench.
The Chintsa players get to see their opposition for the first time, and then they don't seem too impressed.
We're gonna beat them. Some of them, they are looking like players. Some of them, they are not look like players. I can say they are look like Springboks. Yeah.
Joker.
As bad as the ground appears, it is the work in progress for my community.
All the construction companies, they come here and offload their stuff, which like soil and stuff, there, so that you can push it that side and then also that side over there. So it will take a while. It will take a while for us to complete it. But the teams from here, they are practicing here sometimes. But as you see, it's so hard. So no team can play any tournament here. But we are trying.
For weeks, we have been hand-picking stones, building goalposts, and now for the first time ever, with mother's help, putting up floodlights.
So we're just putting up, I think it's the second one, second floodlight. And moving on to the next one.
Well, we need some strength at the back here, guys. Wait, wire. No, come our way.
This way. Okay, I'll bring you around.
First match is tonight under floodlights, which we've been told that it's the first time they've ever had a floodlit game. So it's quite exciting for us, but it's also quite exciting for the team that we're going to play and all the kids that are going to turn up.
And then we just need to start backfilling. Should we try spin it, Mike?
I think we're going to surprise a few people. I think we'll handle ourselves quite well.
I think the first 45 minutes could be quite tight. and then we'll get pummeled.
Even though these are supposed to be friendly matches, the mother players are nervous about their first game in Africa. This is sport after all, and I think they really want to win.
I think it's going to be a tight game, and we are going to win 4-3.
I'd say 12-3.
12-3?
I'm in goal.
I don't know, it's difficult. I don't know how they play, but I hope we win. But I don't know, probably 3-1.
We're gonna win. And maybe 2-0.
We've come here to build friendships, but for 90 minutes tomorrow, they are our enemies.
Word of mouth in the village has brought a big crowd. There's real tension in the air, and everyone is taking it pretty seriously.
Good luck, boy.
Thanks, Doc.
Good luck.
I will be the referee for the first match.
You see that big chunky fella? Nail him the first 5 minutes.
Everything is ready. 2 teams, 2 DJs, 2 live bands, 153 vuvuzelas, and the big crowd at the edge of their seats.
3-0, 3-0.
I think they called a handsball on us, unfortunately.
To everyone's surprise, including Mother, the match has ended in a draw. A quick discussion and both teams agreed to penalties. It's a heartbreaking loss to the Chintsa superstars, but an impressive win for Mother. Most importantly, the normally divided town has gathered right into the village around a football match. For local and visitors, Game 1 will go down in history as a total success. And the next morning, there's little time to nurse the hangovers. I've joined the players into their mission north to the Transkei. At the legendary Great Kai Bridge, Mike Dennison gives the team a legal history of our country.
The Amaxhosa Nation, the black South Africans who live in the area that you guys are traveling in at the moment, they come from kind of Central East Africa, followed the waterways and the grasslands in a very, very slow migration. When the National Party, our previous government, came into power and implemented the system of apartheid, it was masqueraded by the apartheid government as being necessary in order to protect cultural dilution and racial dilution. But essentially the National Party implemented a very, very calculated, incredibly well-run system which protected the economy and monopolized it into the hands of white South Africa. For me, probably the biggest evil of the apartheid system was the system of education that was implemented. It was a two-tiered education system, the one known as gutter education, completely under-resourced, and there essentially to create a barely literate black working class that could feed into our economic sector. Look, it's been a rocky 15 years of democracy. We've got some massive issues around corruption, massive economic challenges, but at least as a country we're a ship facing in the right direction. All right, like I said, it was a hell of a whistle-stop history.
It's been an eye-opener and a little overwhelming. I think the initial thought about coming in and helping out, you know, maybe leaving some soccer balls and some kits and seeing what we could do has grown.
It's not just about spending 5 or 6 days out here and playing 3 games. I think it's people in the team do actually genuinely want to say, right, so we've done this, but when we go back, we're not going to forget about it. It's about a legacy.
Thanks to our trips to Kologa by sea, Eric and the Seabirds are ready and willing opponents. This is Game 2 of Mother Africa Tour. No two matches are alike. The Seabirds have created a wonderful atmosphere by running onto their field escorted by their girlfriends. They look stunning in their Liverpool uniforms, a gift from Mother. The fans are out in force, and Mother look to have a tough match in their hands. Perhaps they are a little bit weak and weary for their success the night before.
There was a crossover, a couple heads, and then a low kick.
They began to battle amongst themselves. Perhaps they should focus more on the Seabirds.
Dylan.
They don't have a cross. Their tallest guy is their wide man, okay? So let them have it out there. Let the space to go outside. Don't let them have it on the inside.
Lads, they've got the sun in their eyes this half as well. When the ball comes out, you can't see anything.
Come on, lads.
They're playing as a team and we're not. We're arguing with each other.
Well,
We're in a good place, boys. We've just got to stop battling with each other. Just positive talk. Positive talk, all of us.
it is a tense and close affair. And incredibly, it goes to penalties again. This time is a loss for Mother. Yet another unforgettable encounter in an unforgettable place. There is no time to waste as the Great Kai Ferry closes at 5 o'clock. So far, the results are not bad and the mood is good at the camp. The temptations of Chintsa awaits. The Buccaneers bar is calling them. I hope they remember they're having another game tomorrow. 1 win and 1 loss, but already the guys feel the trip is more than worth it.
It's one of those things that kind of confirmed why I wanted to come to Mother in the first place. It's just an agency that's got, hopefully, a little bit more humility, a little bit less narcissism than a normal ad agency, and a little healthier sense of place of itself in the wider world. Trips like this kind of do a lot of good in keeping us on the ground and mindful of the world outside of Soho and advertising shoots.
Behind the scenes, the Mother team has been distributing the football materials. Their friends from Nike, Adidas, and Liverpool Football Club have very generously donated a ton of kit. We are very grateful, as local players are in desperate need for boots, balls, and kit.
This is the football that this team normally plays with on their matches, and it's a bread bag.
Not far from Chintsa is Ngolo village, but unlike Chintsa, it is not a resort community, so jobs and opportunities are scarce. This time there's no welcoming committee, and one wonders, is there a match or not?
Come play, my Mother! They're out there. They're out there. You must remember that we do things sometimes slightly differently in the rural areas.
Within minutes, a steady stream of Ngolo pioneers come trickling into the field.
What Tabilo was explaining is that the team is made up of whoever comes. These guys come and go from the village. So if there's a game or a match, they just try and call 11 players together and then take it from there. They win the prize for hairstyles.
I want to say thank you for letting us share this experience. I think that you did this. It's amazing. You gave them more than t-shirts. You give them love and respect. So, thank you. Come then, lads.
The pioneers are very skillful and fast. However, it seems Mother are benefiting from their back-to-back matches, and everything they try seems to come off. Star striker Kyle scores again. On the other side of the equation, despite creating lots of chances, the Ngolo Pioneers cannot convert. New keeper Scott has a brilliant game. Whatever he's doing, it is putting off the Pioneers.
Fuck.
The final score is Mother 5 and Pioneers 1. But the Mother players all agree it is perhaps their best match.
I think it was 5-1, but frankly, it could easily have been 5-all.
They can't run anymore.
Yeah, it's something to take it.
That was our toughest game. They were the best team we played against. Their number 4, seriously, is one of the best players I've played against for years.
Fortunately, tonight the guys have no rivers to cross and accept an invitation from the Pioneer players for a feast and a chance to meet their village matriarch, 90-year-old living legend Mama Tofu. After the meal, there's time for stories and singing. It is not only a unique experience for the overseas guest, but also for the locals. Finally, they lay down a challenge.
I just want to propose a challenge next year, same time, same place here.
Yeah.
We'd love to do that. I'd like to say thank you for being here, for everything that you've done for us. And so please go well when you go back home, knowing that we accepted you and we love you.
Martin, let me have it in before I die.
From mother to mama, it is a fitting end to the tour. For the mother players, it is time to reflect.
One's initial instinct when they see a problem is to try and correct that problem in the moment. And so it's very easy to walk into a school that's got really sort of ancient IT equipment and think, well, let's just buy 5 computers. Or to see a football pitch that hasn't got any grass on it and think, well, let's just lay an artificial pitch. And in a way, kind of if you unpick that decision making, it's quite selfish. Understanding what the word legacy means, I think, has required us to actually appreciate that maybe we need to sow something in the soil that grows for a decade or so rather than a quick fix.
What will happen next, I wonder? Nearly all feel that the football tour is not the end of the journey. One thing is true though, it is the beginning of great friendship between a big city advertising agency and my small African village. We don't have a lot in common, just football. But sometimes that is enough.
How could you let them beat you? They're useless.
So
they'll be back.
Like to say thanks for everything. As you know, we have found our way from those cities. They used to host those events. They make us part of them, and then they make us feel 2010.
Encouraged by his team, Mother co-founder Mark Waits makes a trip to see us just 1 month later. he brings with him some incredible news. Mother have decided to build a multi-sport facility in Chintsa. It includes a clubhouse, grass playing surface, landscaping, irrigation, car park, netball courts, and perimeter fencing. A local committee has been formed, which I am a part of. And the legacy of the Mother Tour, it is in motion. The United Chintsa Sport Club will be here this time next year. And hopefully Mother will be back for a rematch with a few less stones on the pitch.